Hello. So we are back with recording session part 2. The last game there just wasn't a lot to it, so that was a kind of a quick one. So I figured I'd play something a little more substantial. And the last several games, we did Action 52, which is a bad game, or really strictly speaking, many bad games. We did Carmen Sandiego on the Master System, which is a bad version of a good game. And then we did Britney's Dance Beat, which is actually a pretty good game for what it is, but there's not a whole lot to it. So I figured this time I'd do something that's a little more substantial and is pretty much objectively a good game. So this is Felix the Cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. This is Hudson Soft from 1992, so very, very late in the NES era. The last officially released game on the NES, Wario's Woods, I believe was only the next year in 93. Obviously, there were some unlicensed games still coming out. Sunday Funday, I think, was as late as 95, and that's also not counting homebrew stuff. But, yeah, this is close to the end. Super Nintendo was already out, and unfortunately, Felix's game was kind of passed over because it was on kind of a dying system at the time. The NES was kind of on its way out. Super Nintendo was already here. So yeah, it had a small print run, as a lot of late-era NES games did, and it is because of that, because it didn't sell a whole lot, and because it had a small print run, it is on the valuable side now. It's not super expensive like a Panic Restaurant or certainly a Little Samson, but it's up there anyway. I think it's over 100, last I looked. Fortunately, I bought it when it came out, so I avoided the prices, I guess. But yeah, Felix, of course, a very early cartoon character, predating Mickey Mouse and certainly Bugs Bunny and a lot of the other famous classic cartoon characters. Felix goes back to the silent era. There were actually silent era cartoons of Felix made in like the late 19-teens, the late 1910s. And he was extremely popular at that time. He was like the cartoon character in his era. And then there were later attempts to revive him, some successfully. There was like a 1960s era revival that actually brought a lot of popularity back to Felix, and then there were attempts in the 90s with a few like new movies and this game that didn't really fully bring him back, I don't think, to the spotlight, but Felix is not maybe today as well remembered as he should be, frankly. And you don't necessarily see him mentioned as often as, obviously, Mickey Mouse or Popeye or, again, Bugs Bunny was a little bit later in the, I guess, late 30s, early 40s, maybe? Probably 40s for Bugs. Yeah, Felix is unfortunately kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit, I think, and that's too bad because, I mean, he's a cat. I like cats, as you probably know. There's a non-zero chance that a cat or two may wander into the shot at some point while we're playing this. And again, a lot of the cartoons were very imaginative with his magic bag, which plays a major role in this game. Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to figure out a way to bring Felix back to some spotlight at some point. Anyway, let's get into this. So this again, it's not, as I recall, I haven't played it in a long time, but it's not a particularly difficult game. But it's well done. Good graphics, good music, good sound, fun gameplay. So it's kind of what you'd want from a late-era NES platformer. So yeah, we'll hit that start button. And the professor has kidnapped Kitty Blight, Felix's main squeeze here, as ransom to get his magic bag. So, in the backgrounds, you'll see the professor's heads, and you'll see Kitty's heads there. You can see her saying Felix. And there's, I think, one in each level, where the professor, if you hit him 5 times, this is not the one, but if you hit him 5 times, you get, I believe, a power-up or maybe a 1-up. And a certain Kitty White head, when you jump in front of it, you'll get bonus points. So, just something to watch for. one of the hooks is that you get different power-ups as you go on. So, let's see if this is the, this might be the kitty way because it's harder to reach. No, guess not. There's the professor that you can hit. Or... that's actually more hits than I thought. But yeah, there's the one up. But yeah, as you collect the Felix heads, you'll get power-ups in these hearts. So this is the level 2 for Felix in the ground levels like this. The sort of magician hat and cane that kind of shoots a little... Alright, there's the bonus points from that kitty image in the background. But yeah, basically each power-up also gives you an extra hit. It kind of works like Mario 3, where the American version of Mario 3, which gives you an extra hit. Basically, if you get hit in this form, you'll go back to regular Felix. If you get hit when you're in car form, you go back to the magician hat. And then the tank is the last phase in the ground levels. I actually like the car best because it shoots forward, and the tank has kind of an arc to the shot it fires. But, it's, generally speaking, still advisable to get the tank when you can. And then there are also underwater levels and flying levels that give you different power-ups exclusive to those. You also want to keep an eye on the heart meter up in the upper left, because if that runs out, you'll also revert... I believe you revert to a previous form. I don't think it kills you. But when you get the milk bottles, that refills your heart meter. So I think that's pretty much all the basics. And the goals at the end very much reminiscent of Adventure Island, where it's like a sign that says goal and then you just walk off screen. So yeah, very Adventure Island, which is a Hudson Soft game, so that makes sense. It very well could be built on like the same engine as some of the later Adventure Island games. Like Adventure Island 3 probably by this point at least. There is actually, we didn't get it in the US, but there is actually a 4th Adventure Island game that I've never played. I need to get a copy of it, but I've heard, I think it's supposed to be more like a Metroidvania almost. It's not linear like the previous Adventure Islands, so I would like to try that one. Alright, let's get a 1-up here. Also, if you get another heart when you're already at your final power-up the tank, in the case of the ground levels, that gives you a 1-up too. So we're doing good on lives. We've gotten, I think, 3 1-ups so far. Oh, hit there. So you can see it reverted me back to the car. Which again, I actually prefer the car to the tank because it does have the... And I actually forgot this, but you can kind of juggle enemies as they go off screen after you hit them. I think you might get a 1-up if you can juggle it enough times. Don't quote me on that, but we'll see if we can do it. And again, the gimmick, because Felix in the cartoons had the magic bag gimmick that's in the game, kind of the justification for the power-ups. Like, it's basically his magic bag turns into the car and the tank and stuff like that. A balloon and a plane in the flying levels. I think it's like an inner tube and a dolphin in the water levels. So yeah, again, very fun game as far as the controls go. Very fluid controls. It's a good game. Not a whole lot to add. Those birds that just flew by, and I guess the fish too, they kind of look like they're right out of Adventure Island, right? Oh, missed that. That would have been a 1-up since we already have the tank. And I forget it. I think it's three stages or 3 levels per world, or however you want to phrase that. Like World 1 has 3 stages to it, I think, and then a boss. Maybe it's 4, but 4 seems excessive. Three's a good number for that, I think. Of course, Mario has 4. Mario 1. So, not quite enough to get the heart power up, but we got some milk anyway to recharge our tank. There's a 1-up for us. Yeah, up to 7 extra lives, so we're doing pretty good there. Okay. This is probably going to be the professor that you can hit here. There we go. Fun. There we go. There's the bonus from Kitty there. I wonder if this is the same tank that Heathcliff has, the meat tank. Okay, so yeah, the professor had above the bag here, that indicates the boss. So yeah, this is the end of World 1, and this is, I think this is Sherman, right? It's what, Peabody and Sherman were like the time travelers. They just kind of used miscellaneous Felix characters for bosses. Alright, so that was easy. Fully powered up on the way out. Successful run for World 1. I don't remember how many worlds total there are. That little animation, that's actually a very standard Felix animation from the cartoons. If you watch the old, at least from the 60s cartoons, and even like some of the earlier ones, I think, had that animation for Felix. Oh, I just took a hit there. Oh. Alright, so we lost 1 life, but we're good. This is, since it's, I guess, a different level type, this is obviously a flying level. It starts you out with the umbrella, which is like the basic form for this. You can get that, that's the balloon, which throws sandbags down. And then the final form for this is a plane that shoots forward, so obviously that's the best form. I like the design of the balloon. The plane is easier to play, definitely. So, well, I was gonna get hit there. Trying to get that. I figured that will be the kitty that gave extra points, and I was right. Alright, here's the bag. Alright, here's the plane. Yeah, I think it's 5 Felix faces or coins, however you want to call them, gets you the milk power up, and then 5 more gets you the upgrade, power up upgrade. We recouped our extra life there. And there's another one. That should be the goal here. So the next level probably is not going to be flying. So we're going into the pyramid. Back. And here, like, I think we actually got the bonus point kitty already, but, because they kind of used her and the professor as the, sort of background art, the kind of hieroglyphics. It's a little harder to find the ones that give you the 1-ups and the extra points. That's the one that's gonna give us the 1-up. Ah. It is fairly generous, though, because once you get up to the tank, you can take, like, 4 hits before losing a life, at least. You can knock back to the previous power-up, but it's not hard to get new ones. Alright, there we go. So this one should end with a boss. Yeah, I played this one a fair amount when I got it. You know, I was, what, 92, so I was like 9 when this came out. And I played it a fair amount. It's definitely a very solid game. Because I didn't have Super Nintendo yet at that point. I think I got Super Nintendo. It might have been as late as like early 94, I think. So I got Final Fantasy 3. Which is actually 6, obviously. Not terribly long after getting the Super itself. That came out in 94, and I definitely, like, that was new then. I paid, like, $85 for it. Yeah, it was probably 93 that I actually got the Super Nintendo. So, a couple years after it came out. And a year or so after this game. So there was, like, a window where I wasn't up to date. I rarely am. I don't have Switch 2 yet. That just came out as of this recording, what, 2 weeks ago? I don't have it yet. I probably won't get it anytime soon, but eventually I would like to have a Switch 2. Frankly, I still have a ton of stuff on Switch 1 to play. But I would like to... Like, I've heard there was a lot of, like, stuff when it came out about, like, Cyberpunk 2077... and like the glitches and bugs and stuff it had, but I understand a lot of that, pretty much all of that got ironed out, and it's actually considered a good game now. I assume that's true of the Switch version, so I'd like to play that if like Red Dead 2 comes out, because I haven't played that yet. I'd like to play that on Switch 2. Forget this guy's name, incidentally. He's another character from the cartoons. I took a couple of hits because I was not paying full attention. The bosses aren't super hard in this. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff. If it's not out already, there will be a lot of stuff on Switch too that I will want to play. So, yeah, I will definitely get one at some point. Well, Felix, like, did the professor have a German accent? I forget now. I feel like he did, but that could be any number of cartoon mad scientists. Even Dr. Wily in the Mega Man cartoon had a German accent for no particular reason. This is nice background and music and stuff. I was gonna say, I hope there's something to land on if I jump down to get that. Alright, we got the car back. The car and the tank don't really... I don't think they affect your, like, movement physics or anything like that. They still control the same as Felix on foot, even though they're vehicles. So what are we up to? 13 lives? Bonus points. Another one up. That was actually a heart, but since we already had the tank, it just rolls into a power one up for us. And there's another one that I missed. Yeah. Oh, 14 lives. That's a good reserve. This might... I'm trying to remember. This might be a flying level next. Oh. Yeah, this is just kind of more of the same from the last level. Got him. Alright, there's our tank back, and I immediately lose it. That's okay. Again, for the car anyway, honestly. It's just a little easier to make your shots with. Yeah, that's not the head that'll give us the 1-up. That's a little close. I'm actually running out of gas on my car here, too. Oh, good, there's tank. When you get the next upgrade, you also refill your fuel for it, or magic power, whatever you want to call it. Nice. 17 lives. Lost 1, so we're definitely ahead of the curve here. Alright, well, that level was pretty easy. I haven't played this in a long, long time. It's actually fun just to play through it again, even if I wasn't recording. Alright, so now we are flying. I knew there was a flying level with this, like, mountain section. And the boss of this level, I believe, is Master Cylinder, which is one of my favorite Felix characters. The evil Master Cylinder. Guess why he's called that. But he can fly, so yeah, it makes sense that you get a flying level leading up to him. I think some of the bosses do repeat in this too. Like, I think Master Cylinder has a later boss fight as well, as I recall. I can use that milk. There we go. Now the balloon is a little bit of a pain because it's similar to the tank, but actually even harder to aim. It's a little bit tricky because of the arc, the sandbags, I think. I guess even if I'm full, I should be picking up the milk for the bonus points. And I'm not necessarily playing for a high score or anything, but still. It's the principle of the thing, right? Ooh, ooh, that was dangerous. Alright, this may be the... yeah. Ah, no! Ah, missed it. Oh, that's good to know, actually. If you get the heart, if you're fully powered up and get another heart, in addition to giving you a 1-up, it actually does refill your power-up energy, too. Alright, so this should be the end here. The music actually, like, lowers in volume when you get to the end. Yeah, there's Master Cylinder. Got him. So this is very Adventure Island, isn't it? This area. Where my cats are, actually. I figured one of them would eventually come in during this recording session, which this is the second game I've done. I recorded Brittany's Dance Beat just before I started playing this. Yeah, I would have thought they would have come in by now. It's a game about cats. You want to come in? Anybody? That was a little bit of a leap of faith I just took there. I wasn't super paying attention. Yeah, kind of funny, you know, to like refill for your weapon energy is milk, because you're not really supposed to give cats milk. So I understand that they can't really digest it. I don't generally buy milk anyway, unless I'm using it as a cooking ingredient. I don't really like milk either, but occasionally I will give one of my cats a little bit of cheese. Tabby actually likes sour cream, so if I have something with sour cream, I'll put a little on my finger for her. But I try not to overdo it with that, even. You can't really digest milk. That's my understanding, anyway. Alright, so this is not an underwater level. We haven't seen one of those yet. This is the, like, above water level. So you get an inner tube to start with, and then you get a dolphin. And is there a third form for the above water levels? There must be. I don't remember what, but the water kind of gives you like a bounce to it. It's kind of an interesting, kind of a fun physic there, or a bit of physics, I guess. Oh, I just right into that. I kind of like how Felix falls asleep when you stay still on the inner tube. Kind of funny. Also kind of reminds me of the game Tubin, the arcade game, which there is. I do have the NES version of that, so that could potentially be a future episode, I suppose. Can be kind of hard to hit enemies in the water, which is, I mean, you know, these are meant to be, you know, different levels than the others, so that makes sense. Alright, let's see if we can get a one-up here. There we go. And even the one-up refills here. Power up energy, too. I guess the dolphin. I guess there's only 2 forms in this. Dolphin's the highest. Guess we just got another one up there, which we're up to 23 extra lives, by the way. Okay, this is kind of. I feel this is kind of dangerous to be left exposed in the inner tube. Basic form. I'd like to get another power up, and/or get out of this level as soon as possible. There's the dolphin again. This is a long level. There we go. So the dolphin just slides across the ground. Why are you not only taking me out of the water, but indoors? That's probably thinking. Alright, here's an actual underwater water level. And the top form of this is like a mini submarine. I don't remember if there's an intermediate power up for... Ooh. Stung by a jellyfish there. Yeah, I don't remember if there's a second form before the mini sub or not. Or if there's just two in these underwater levels. And as I recall, these were some of the trickier levels. Okay, so yeah, the turtle is the second form. And it kind of more or less works like the car or the plane. He shoots bubbles forward. One up here. Where'd it go? Ah, there we go. Our losses from that one hit we took. Yeah, there's the sub. The sub actually shoots forward too. It's not really that much different than the turtle, but it does look cool. I think I got a one up there. Nope. Alright, boss time. This is, I think he's just the blob, if I remember right, or King Blob, maybe. I think just the blob. I'll double check on that. But, he's very similar to Master Cylinder, he just kind of goes up and down. Again, the bosses in this are not especially difficult. Oh, that scene again. $25 lives. I feel like this is a little bit of a South American theme we're getting in this set of levels. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. We also have dinosaurs. So it could be another Adventure Island influence. Yeah, seemed like a short one. I haven't paused yet. When you pause, the scoreboard actually has some kind of funny changes. Well, I'll pause so you can see that. So yeah, both the big Felix had for lives and the little one. The actual counter for how many Felix coins you picked up both fall asleep when you pause. Just a funny little touch. Obviously, flying again. I just flew right into that. I missed it. Now we're up there. Got sloppy all of a sudden. regular form. You do actually have time limits in these levels, too. It is, you know, kind of a Mario format, in a way. But, we haven't really run into any time trouble at all so far. I don't ever recall that being an issue in this game, not having enough time. There we go. I'm just gonna miss that. Still haven't found the hidden one up in this board. There it is. Oop. Take a hit. There we go. 27 lives. It's definitely generous with the extra lives, this game. So it's not a super difficult game. It's actually a good game to play when you just kind of want to, you know, a game break. Nothing too stressful, because again, it's pretty generous. It's not a super difficult game in design. And, you know, again, the controls are fun. It's fun to move around. Get through the levels. So, yeah, if you want an NES game just to relax with, this is a good choice, I think. And again, it's like every element of the design is solid. Alright, so we got the extra life, so we'll just start to get to the end here. Go. And back on the ground. You do get an extra life for 100 FELIX heads, also. Oh, there's a bag up there. Another one. The tank shot is more powerful than the car or the magician hat, because, like, a lot of enemies that take 2 hits with, it's probably, like, literally twice as powerful, because a lot of enemies that will take 2 hits with, say, the car is shot, only take 1 with the tank. Yeah, I don't remember this character either, that we're fighting. He's a FELIX clone, obviously. Yeah, he probably is from the cartoon, but I just don't remember him. He's actually a little tougher, because he moves around. Let's see, get into a rhythm here. There we go. Ooh, gone. Barely. That was actually a tough one. Tougher boss fight than I was expecting there, going in. Uh, 6-1. Is this the last world? I was thinking a few bosses, repeated. Maybe I'm misremembering that. No, I don't know. Back on our dolphin. I kind of like in the ice world here, the face blocks that are now, like, freezing. Oh, yeah, I saw that coming. Couldn't do anything about it. Ah, come on. There we go. There we go, we got our dolphin back. Yeah, over world water levels with the dolphin are a little tougher just because you only have 2 tiers of power-ups as opposed to like 3 or 4 in pretty much every other type of level. It's 4 in the ground levels, it's 3 in the fully underwater levels and the wide levels. It's actually a little bit akin to the difference between American Mario 3 and Japanese Mario 3. I might have to do maybe just regular Mario 3 at some point, American Mario 3. The Japanese version I wouldn't mind trying to do on an episode of this too, because it is much harder. Because the power-ups in the Japanese Mario 3 work like they do in Mario 1, where no matter what power-up you have, if you take a hit, you'll go back to Small Mario in the Japanese version, whereas in the American version, if you say Raccoon Mario or Fire Mario, if you take a hit, you just go back to Super, and then you can still take another hit before going back to regular form. So you have a whole extra hit, basically, that you can take, and that doesn't seem much, but it really adds up and really does make the Japanese version a lot harder. So I think it would be fun to play that at some point, the Japanese version on the show. We'll do that next. Not today. I'm not going to record another game today after this, but yeah, next time I record, maybe I'll pop in Japanese Mario 3. Just see how far I can get, basically. That'll be fun, actually, yeah. I think I'll do that. I'll pencil that in. I'd actually like to do a multi-part... missed it. I'd like to do a multi-part on Mario RPG, the original Mario RPG on SNES as well. So whenever I do another multi-part, like I did with Final Fantasy VI or Mystic Quest or Chrono Trigger or Castlevania Symphony of the Night, any of those, next time I do like a longer form game that I divide up in multiple parts and recording sessions, it'll be Mario RPG. I don't know exactly when that'll be, but sometime, hopefully, soon. Yeah, I'm gonna pencil in Mario 3 Japanese version next time, I think. And again, probably not beat it, but just kind of see how far I can get with it being, again, it really is, I think, much harder than the American version. It's definitely harder. I would say much harder. This is a long level, too. Gotta be close to the end by now. Yeah, there we go. Fully underwater again. Yeah, didn't have to lose the sub for long. Yeah. Right into that. Kirby's Adventure, for another, like, maybe couple apart NES episode. Kirby's Adventure would be a good one to do. Oh yeah, this is the repeated Master Cylinder. I knew he repeated, and I thought it was an underwater because he was flying last time. Oh, yeah. Oh, and that's it. Is this the beginning of the level, or is it right? Yeah, it's right. Plus. All right, so we got the turtle, so we should have it this time. A little longer range and also an extra hit. I don't think he takes any more hits than he did the first time. Got him. I know he's not the final boss, so there must be another world here. Okay, this must be the final level. And yep, we have ice physics to work with here. I like the frozen fish in the blocks. So yeah, we do have ice physics. They're not too bad. You don't slide too much. Just be a little careful. I'm not sure if the ice physics apply on the moving platform, and I also don't really want to find out, so... There's the tank. And see there, that was a great example right there of why I actually do prefer the car. Because the tank shot went right over that boulder, and that would have been a direct hit with the car. But another extra life. Make up for the one we lost on Master Cylinder. And another extra life and another extra life. There we go. I don't think we're going to have any trouble finishing this at this point. We have 37 extra lives. I think we good. Oh, I didn't know you could stand on those snowballs, actually. Unless that was a glitch. So it looks like Sherman is the boss again. I thought you did fight the professor at the end. Actually, no, that's not Sherman. Sherman was Rocky and Bullwinkle. Peabody and Sherman. They were they were Jay Ward characters, not Felix the Cat characters. So there is a kid inventor in Felix. I forget his name. I've been calling him Sherman, but that's not correct. Sherman might well be in the Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends NES game, which is a horrible game, by the way. Some of the absolute worst 8-bit music I've ever heard is in that Rocky and Bullwinkle game. You probably know the track. If you've seen video of it or if you've played it, you know the track I mean. There's a magic bag up there. I might have missed the chance to... Well, maybe not. Maybe you can get to it from here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Alright, so there's gotta be a platform there if that guy's walking on it. So the faith off. Oh, these actually say Felix, don't they? Well, oh no, I already had the tank, so I didn't have the tank yet, rather, so no extra life, and I missed another chance at one. Yes, I guess towards the end of the game, like, Worlds 6 and 7, I guess only have 2 stages. Damn. Oh. Well, good thing we had 38 lives, right? Now it's 35. Is it gonna let me backtrack at all? No. Oh, great. It's not even worth trying to land multiple hits at a time. Suddenly got a whole lot tougher there. Alright, try to be careful. Yeah. Try to take out the snowballs when they come on screen. That's probably going to be the real secret to this one. Got him. Made up 1 extra life on points. That's good. Must be 500,000. Ring, ring. Hello, Susie there. This is the Mountain South, Jimmy Hart. She's at the Rick Springfield concert. Rick Springfield! This will be our last battle. Oh, I forgot there's actually a space finale here. I like the music, kind of heroic space music. Okay, space cadets, prepare to hurtle through the cosmos. Commander Hullock and Cadet Stimpy. Oh, that. Yeah, this is an auto-scroller, too, as you can probably tell. Just to make it a little... It does get a little tricky towards the end. I'm still not going to say it's, you know, a hard game or anything, but... Yeah, there is a little bit of a difficulty spike once you get to these last levels. And there's only one form, apparently, the starting form, so you can only take 1 hit in this space area. So that complicates things a little bit. UFO guys are annoying. Oh! Alright. Gotta do over on that one. And another one. No real way to tell, like, how far into the level you are either. Like, I don't know if I got sent back to the beginning or not. Probably not, because I don't remember this many of those guys showing up at once. So I'm guessing we're getting later into it. Oh. How was I supposed to see that coming? That was kind of cheap. Alright, do over. Fortunately, again, it doesn't look to me like it's sending me back to the beginning, at least. Okay, good. Cool. There we go. That level got a little tricky. Nine one. Oh. I don't know if you can actually even hit those big boulders. There we go. Extra life back here. Ah! I'm supposed to dodge that. Oh! That one better. That's how you dodge it, I guess. Same one. Alright, we're okay. We're good on lives still. There's like a little bit of slipperiness at the bottom of that slope, and that's what screwed me up those last two times. Because you're like still sliding and it won't let you jump while you're doing that. And this is going to be the same kind of thing here, so we'll get it to come to a stop. Take a hit. I'd like to get up to at least the car. Upgrade. Being careful on all of those jumps like that. This must be the last level, right? There's the car. I immediately lose it, of course. Ah. Oh. Oh, nice. Gotta take a one-up on having 100 Felix heads there. Alright, now we got the car. And I kept it for more than 3 seconds. And then I lose it. Kept it a little longer. It's definitely trickier towards the end. Alright, so there's... I think there is a gimmick with this boss fight. Yeah, you can obviously go in the bags here to get power-ups. There it is. Ah. You can only go into each bag once. Which is no bueno. What happened there? Oh. Fortunately, we have like 35 more tries on this. Let me just get fully powered up here before we try to actively fight him. Tank. Ah. I'll do better. I don't know how many hits he actually takes. Hey! Hi, Tabby. Just in time for the end. What do you think of Felix there? He's a fine hunk of cat meat, huh? I screwed this one up royally. Ah. Alright, it's still good, it's still good. We have 34 more tries. I don't know. Okay, that'll be good to have one level of power up at least before we even go in here. Alright, so we can leave the last bag in case we need to duck in again. Ah. Hmm. Boy, see, it's hard to dodge sometimes. Hmm. I did not mean to go into that one, but... Alright, now we're getting some hits in. Ah. But how many hits does this guy take? Got him! Tricky boss fight. That was good, though. Yeah, fun little tricky boss fight at the end. Hardest part of the game by far, as it should be. So yeah, I can't complain. What do you think? Yep, and here's... I actually forgot what the ending looked like on this. At last, Felix! You rescued Kitty. I love you. Felix! Oh no, they're heading to the planet from Super Metroid. Game over, man, game over. So, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to the ending. I didn't, obviously it's on video, so it's not a big deal, but I didn't notice what my final score was, but, hopefully it was good. Not that I was necessarily playing for score, but anyway. So yeah, we got there in the end. A little tricky at the end. A little trickier than I remembered. But yeah, good game. And again, it's mostly a good game to relax with from the NES library, because most of it's not overly hard, and there are a few little tricky parts towards the end, but certainly not, Nintendo hard, as the term goes. Yeah, fun game, well done, well designed, well crafted. I recommend it. A little bit on the expensive side. Now let me actually, since I have Game I think, already up on my phone. Maybe not, but I can pull it up. Let me see what the current price listing for this is, just out of curiosity. Alright, so loose cartridge, which is what mine is now. Unfortunately, I didn't keep the boxes, but yeah, loose cartridge, $88. I thought it was over $100, so that's actually not as bad as I thought. Still expensive, though, so if you can get your hands on a cartridge for a reasonable price, definitely do so. I think there actually was, Konami, who has the rights to the Hudson catalog now, I think they actually, probably through Limited Run, did a collection of Felix games, which I think was just like this and the Game Boy one, maybe there was one other. But that was on Switch, so you can get it that way. Probably still expensive since it's Limited Run, but cheaper maybe than the actual cartridge for the NES. But yeah, however you can play this, I don't know if it's against YouTube policy or not, I never looked that up, but there are other means of playing it, so however you can play Felix the Cat, I recommend it. It's a fun little game. You'll get a nice hour out of it. Oh, there's my hard score. 719,000 and change. That probably is good, right? So yeah, anyway, this has been DanPlays. Hit like and subscribe. And again, we'll see you probably with something else first, but the next time I do a DanPlays, I think I'm going to I have penciled in the Japanese version of Mario 3, and I would like to do Mario RPG at some point soon. So keep an eye out. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and have a good night. See you later.